so impossible to put together a decent run-through. You people have had hours and hours to prepare. It's just so confusing to me.
Sometimes identification can be a painful thing. In The Devil Wears Prada, young ingenue Andrea, played by Anne Hathaway, works as an assistant for fashion editor Miranda Priestley, played by Meryl Streep. Miranda is a monster, a powerful woman who speaks softly and swiftly. She never repeats herself or explains herself. Her employees have to keep up or fall behind. In this remarkable scene, we see a room full of fashionistas deliberating over the color blue. Anne smirks. She thinks it's funny because the two blues look about the same, and what difference does it make? But Miranda catches her smirk and uses it as an occasion to set her straight.
Learning about this stuff and,
This stuff? Oh, okay. I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that that sweater is not just blue. It's not turquoise. It's not lapis. It's actually cerulean. And you're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns. And then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed cerulean military jackets? I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room.
We watch and hear Miranda speak, but we hear it through Andrea's ears. If you need a shot of sass, look no further than Barbara Stanwyck in Ball of Fire. In one of the best comic performances ever, Stanwyck plays Sugarpuss O'Shea, a dance hall singer with legs for days. She's dating a mobster, and when the police want to question him and those around him about a possible murder, she is forced to go into hiding. Luckily, at the same time, she meets a dorky college professor played by Gary Cooper, a man who seems totally unaware of his physical beauty. He lives in a big house with 7 other old and learned men, all engaged in the writing of an encyclopedia. They appear to be entirely sexless. Only one was ever married, but he is now widowed, the others possibly virgins, and the whole house dominated by a stern, no-nonsense old woman whose job is to whip them into shape.
Heidi-ho!
They are so completely emasculated that when Sugarpuss enters the scene, they are instantly transformed.
My colleague.
Oh.
I must apologize for their lack of costume.
Oh, that's all right, Professor.
The fact that I haven't got my tie on and...
Oh, you know, once I watched my big brother shave.
She isn't afraid to reveal her lack of learning. She has legs instead.
Wee, that's a lot of books. All of them different?
I trust.
Uh-huh.
May I have your coat?
Yeah, thanks. Oh, Greek philosophy. I got a set like this with a radio inside. Okay, Tootsie Bell.
She flirts with them, desperate to stay there so she could be in hiding. The dialogue, from a script by Billy Wilder and Charles Brackett, features some of the best lines ever written. It's remarkable that the script, full of American idioms of the period, was co-written by a German emigre.
Oh, come on, give. Hello, kids. Look down my throat. Go on, look down. All right.
I don't know what to look for.
There is possibly a slight rosiness in the laryngeal region.
Slight rosiness. It's as red as the Daily Worker and just as sore.
Later, Sugarpuss teaches them all how to dance. These stuffy old bachelors cannot help but respond to vivacious female energy. Sugarpuss gives them the thrill of a lifetime. Why would they want her to leave? She becomes their muse, inspiring them to live a little, putting them in touch with their physical selves. Of course, she can't help but fall in love with Gary Cooper's character, Bertram. Will she choose him or the mobster boyfriend? Regardless, the remarkable thing about the movie and the character is that Sugar Puss is always utterly in control. She uses her sexuality to control the world around her. This woman's confidence is awe-inspiring. Stanwyck wasn't just playing a character, she was playing a force of nature. And that force of nature wins. In the second half of the movie, she loses steam as the plot complications bog down, but we still identify with her every move. She is magnificent. The director, Howard Hawks, was no stranger to screwball comedy, and he knows just what to do, leading Stanwyck to a Best Actress nomination. When it comes to movies, we are made to look at men and women quite differently. We look at men, always rescuing someone or blowing something up, and we admire their strength and daring do. But when we look at women, we feel what they feel. Men on screen are external and showy. Women on screen are introspective and passionate. When it comes to identification, we identify with male heroics, but it's the women who make us feel something. Identification is created very easily by filmmakers. It's when the director follows a character and shows us the world around that character through their eyes. We are always privy to what the protagonist is thinking or feeling at any given time. When we watch women in movies, we watch characters that are thinking and feeling. Very often, we are also watching elegance. Tippi Hedren in The Birds is iconic, not just for her beauty, but also for her composure and her ability to wear fashionable outfits designed by Edith Head. Look at her here, driving a car with gloved hands. I think of this moment often when I drive my own car, though never quite so recklessly. Or this moment, when she rows a boat cross-legged, very ladylike, then gets out of the boat wearing heels and a fur coat. 90% of her performance is how she moves in those outfits. She is perfectly coiffed and made up, utterly in control of her own icy beauty, as befits the fat man's sexual obsession. Hitchcock may have tormented her during the shoot, but he created an icon for the ages. The story is simple. A rich girl named Melanie Daniels meets handsome Mitch Brenner in a pet store and proceeds to pursue him like a stalker all the way to his isolated home in Bodega Bay.
Miss Daniels, my mother.
Is it a coincidence that Melanie is coiffed to look exactly like Mitch's own mother? Soon after she arrives at this charming fishing village, birds start doing strange things, almost as though they were assembling for battle. Then they start attacking people indiscriminately. Here, chasing a whole schoolroom full of kids down a hill. Has any director ever had this much fun threatening children?
Are the birds gonna eat us, Mommy?
The movie seems to suggest that this mysterious, beguiling blonde woman somehow inspired this aberration of nature. But why? And why her?
They said when you got here, the whole thing started. Who are you? What are you? Where did you come from?
And because we so strongly identify with Melanie, we feel as though the birds are basically attacking us as well. Finally, the gang get in their car and drive off to a nearby hospital, leaving the flock behind. Are the bird attacks over? We don't know, Hitchcock's innovations were to forego both a music score and a narrative explanation, and somehow the movie still worked. I think it's probably because of Tippi Hedren, with that glowing blonde hair and that nice little green outfit. We can't help but love her.